Shalom and good day, this is Tehillim29 back again for another anime live action review of episode 3 of One Piece. As we start to move into the first act, we get a bit of a flashback at Surat Village in the Gecko Islands, to which we see 7 years ago. To which we get to see a flashback of the character of Usopp, and he's trying to alert the village of pirates returning. As we finally move to the present day, we end up catching up with the characters of Zoro, Nami, and Luffy. And Luffy also begins to sort of like make his first Jolly Roger flag as to where because now they have plans to find a ship. They begin to make their way to the Gecko Islands, to which we also learn a little bit later on. We do catch up with the character of Garp and what he's doing on his ship, and he also gives a bit of a promotion of sorts to the character of Kobe, in regards to something he does on the boat. We then catch up with the character of Buggy, to which he gets an invitation from one of Arlong's members. Luffy finally meets Usopp whilst looking for basically the ship of his dreams, to which he wants for his crew. We also get a bit of a heartwarming moment between Nami and Usopp, which was really good. Not Nami, when Nami meets, when the crew meets Usopp, and also when Usopp has a heartwarming moment with Kaya, who we also learn is a bit of a lifelong friend, and Kaya's butler decides to plan to poison her on the night on her guests that are there. Zoro also feels uneasy around Kaya's butler, to which we will learn why later on. As they are basically having dinner there, Luffy finally explains that he's a pirate, and of course that upsets Kaya's butler, who we learn is called Cloudor, and would also like a certain ship. Kaya then decides to let the crew to stay at her home. Moving into Act 2. As we begin to jump into Act 2, we catch up with the character of Garp, who is now making his way to Gecko Island, and also sends Kobe ahead. We eventually return to when Buggy finally meets Arlong for the first time, and in that we do get to see a bit of a discussion take place, to which Buggy offers his services to help find a Straw Hat pirate, being Luffy. As things advance in the story, Nami ends up talking with Kaya. Zoro, Luffy, and Usopp decide to talk about the butler, who we finally learn is Kuro, who is also a pirate. And they finally send their henchmen to try to dispose of the body of Kaya's beneficiary, and also suspecting that Zoro is dead, he too is cast into an old well. Usopp sounds the alarm once again that the pirates are on the island, but no one will listen to him. Also getting some more flashbacks in regards to Usopp's character, which I really did like in the story. And we also get to learn a little bit more about him and also the place he lived. That was really good. And we also get to see and learn that his mother too was also once ill. And he finally still tries to warn the island that the pirates are there, and no one will believe him, until we finally end up meeting Kobe towards the end. So moving into my afterthoughts for this particular episode, I feel that this story was really good because it did bring back the idea of sort of like showing the past, and for that it does actually earn some more points from me. Along with that, we're learning more about this new character, some of the things that he's known for around the village, plus also learning that his father is also a pirate that works with Shanks. Now moving into the area of the racing. For this, I give the main characters a 7.5 out of 10. For the supporting characters, also a 7.5 out of 10. Again, returning to the soundtrack, another 8 out of 10 as I quite enjoyed what they did with this. And last but not least, for the story rating, a 7.5 out of 10. Until then, let's keep it colourful and have yourself an awesome day. And I'd love to hear what you thought of this episode too.